Life Street Stars, man. We in here with them Slago, man. We in the
Yeah,
building.
man. Yeah, buddy.
Man, my boy, man. I've been knowing them Slago for a minute, man. I met Slago a while back at the rate. I think where I meet you at,
Man, it's probably been about 3 years.
It's been about 3.
Man, I reached out to the brother, cause we were doing Final Fridays, the 18 piece to Viz and Facts. They were doing a tribute joint to DJ Easy Eddie D, and I got wind of your work, so I was like, yo, hit you up. Like, yo, man, can you come catch some of the night? He was like, shoot, yeah, ain't nothing to it. So like, ever since then, it was like, man, come, y'all came by the radio station, when y'all opened up the doors up here, came through and promoted the joint, and big respect, cause y'all been moving. Like Real Life been on some. They been on a heavy like uphill for the last since I've been knowing. Man, so like I've seen it transpire, and I've seen it grow. So definitely props to y'all, dog.
Man, hey, Slago, he always hits me up. We always check in with each other. That's my boy, man.
Yeah, man.
And he doing some major things in the city, man, doing production. So I definitely we're gonna get to the legendary production you're doing, but for right now, man, let's get some history on you. So where you from, you know?
Man, born and bred Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville.
Out east to be exact. But man, I've been there. Well, I was born there and I moved to Dallas probably in like 2006. Right. And just been here ever since, man, you know.
Man, that's crazy, man, because Nashville is a legendary city.
It is, man.
When it comes to music.
It is. I love getting this tidbit, because like when you from the city, like you know about it, but a lot of people don't know they ain't from there. So Nashville is called a music city, right? Right. It ain't called a music city for country music though.
What is it? What is it? Blues?
Nah, not even. Like everybody think it's country music because it's the country music like kind of capital of the world. Right. But truthfully, man, I think it was like the Pope, like came whatever Pope it was. Too many of them, I lost count. But whatever Pope it was, like in back in the day, they came to Fisk University, right? Wow. And Fisk has the Fisk Jubilee Singers, like it's a gospel group from the college. And he heard them sing, and he dubbed Nashville the music city off of that, not off of country music. Wow. So it was off of HBCU and they choir. Got the Pope worked up.
It ain't nothing like a black choir, is it?
Boy, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Man, for real. So did Nashville play, any part of your production?
Definitely. I mean, by it being a music-rich city, like you can't help but be inspired by it in some sense. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things where, granted, I've had my fill of country music over the years, and I don't really itch to listen to it. You know what I mean? I grew up with it. Right. But just having that kind of infusion, and there's 1,000,001 studios in Nashville. There's 1,000,001 record labels. There's a street, or it's not even a street, but it's like a few blocks called Music Row. And ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, little boutique labels, a bunch of fucking studios, like they all are there. So it's a hub, man. It's a hub. It really is.
So you touched down in Dallas 2006. How long did it take you to get your feet planted to where you can start, kind of?
Man,
were you already doing production at that point?
Yeah, like I just started producing probably maybe like that same year. But when I moved, man, it didn't take long at all. Like I was itching to try to find it, but you kind of don't really know where to start. You don't really know where to put your feet down and know which direction to go in. But MySpace was popping in, so I liked a couple people on MySpace that was in Dallas. I liked some of their music. And one person in particular, Rob Victim, peace to Rob Victim.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
peace to Rob Victim, man.
Another producer, right?
Yeah, and I heard some of his beats, and he had this picture of this monkey, right? I got this thing for Primate. So he had a picture of this monkey, dog, with the headphones on. I was like, yeah, that's a fresh picture. And there was a flyer for his night. So I was just hoping, because I'm a purist, you know what I'm saying? I was hoping it was like a true hip-hop night. So I asked him to be my friend. He listened to my beats, was like, yo, I like your stuff, man. And I was like, yo, I'm looking for somewhere to go. And he was he was rocking at the Monkey Bar every Wednesday night. So I started going down there, and that really is how I jumped off. So that's peace to him, because he's the one that really helped me jump it off.
Man, R.I.P. Slip In though, man. That
no
was
doubt.
Oh my God.
No doubt.
Was that one of the places that had the best music?
Dog. Bro. I mean, dude.
Oh man.
Man, Monkey Bar, Slip In, it have been a bunch of them that came and went just with the way they've been kind of, making it more residential. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's been a lot of places that came and went. A bunch of them.
So you linked in with Rob Vickham, and he definitely produces for some well-known
man.
Did he help you as far as like, did you start making collaboration beats with him? Like, what was the process working with Rob?
With Rob, man, he really just became a big brother. Like, really just simple and plain. Just from, like, he knew I was a young kid. I was, green, just super green. Yeah. I was out here. He was like, you got nice beats. You seem like a pretty good, genuine kind of guy. So he just really became a big brother. Like, he was telling me, yo, this is going to be happening. You should try to go to this. Or this is going to be happening. You should try to go to this. But it really, really jumped off because he was plotting and getting ready to jump off the beatdown. Yep. Beat down Dallas, like the Dallas's longest standing like hip hop battle. You know what I mean? So when he got that going, he was like, "I'm gonna give you a shot. Just wait, let me get it built up, and I'm gonna give you a chance." And he did. He put me up with Semantic Noise, peace to him, and Plato, because Plato had just won like the last one. So me, Plato, and Semantic Noise got to go. This was probably like maybe 5-6 joints in, and I got my shot. But prior to that, it just was he knew.
Did you win the battle?
Nah, I ain't win.
You didn't win the battle, but it elevated you to where people knew were like, whoa, who is this kid?
Well, what happened, and I got to shout out to brother Peach Fuzz, the homie Peach Fuzz. Him and, like, Rob told Peach Fuzz, yo, this is Slago. At that time, I was going by Mongo Slade, I think. So he was like, yo, this is Mongo Slade. He does beats. He just moved here. So Fuzz was like, cool, let me hear something. So I let him hear a few joints, and Peach Fuzz liked it. So every time we go to Slip In, but Monkey Boy, Fuzz would be like, hey, he got beats, and I'm like, nah, man, I don't talk about it. It's just right. When you hear it, you hear it. So I was kind of the mystique because everybody had heard, but nobody had heard. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew about it, but right. Nobody knew what I was capable of. So when the beatdown shot came, that's when people was able to really hear what I was able to do. And I ain't win it, but the respect was that they were like, all right, we see you, we understand now. It wasn't just all fluff and smoke and mirrors.
Man, the first time I ever went to a beat battle, Chris from the radio, K104.
Yeah.
He was doing the Raw and Undergrounds and didn't. And we actually were filming them. And to my surprise, I was like, whoa, I didn't even, see me, I love rap, beat battles, Lyricist Lounge, the basement, that type of stuff. So when I seen it, I was shocked. Like, we have a whole hip-hop scene out here. How come nobody really knows about it? Like, for me, I had to be a person with a camera to know,
right, to
find out that they even did that. So, I definitely love what the beat battle scene does because I seen Sick With It. Mm-hmm. I seen, I seen a bunch
Sick
of
With It, B Barber, Freddie Bruno.
I met all of them through beat battles.
Yeah.
S1. I met him through a beat battle. Explain the importance of what these beat battles give to the city, to the producers, to the young producers.
I think a big piece of it, man, is just it's an outlet. And what you'll see, and the ones that we were doing anyway in the beginning, like in 2006, 2007, even 2008, it was really an outlet for cats that wasn't really getting burned anywhere else. Because, for what the kind of hip hop that we do specifically is deeply rooted to the origins of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't too far off the branch. But that beat down in particular, and even the ones that Sick With It and them are doing, like the whole I Standard movement and all of that, like it really just provides a outlet for cats because we all see music is super saturated. Everybody can rhyme and everybody got access to make beats. So it's a lot of people that do it, but you kind of start, trimming the fat when you're able to get in front of some other cats and really, really, show your chops. So it's really important, man, and it's also just a method for steel sharpening steel because a lot of the cats that's doing the producer battles, it's a community, it's a communal thing.
Right.
It ain't so much. It's some, you get some new cats to come in, and if they fresh, you welcome them in. If they genuine people, you welcome them in. But for the most part, the collective is strong, so it's a brotherhood, so to speak. And I think that's what it helps, man. It helps strengthen. It helps create, networking opportunities. It helps just elevate, everybody's production, and it helps elevate the city overall.
One of the things that I think is kind of crazy is that the producers for a long time in the city definitely appear to have a one step up above the rappers as far as they're in the industry. There's a lot of producers in Dallas that are in the industry, and you might walk right past them and never know.
Never know.
And again, like you said, there's a brotherhood. So you see them collaborating on beats, putting each other on and stuff like that. Why do you think they're so out? Like, I'll walk past somebody and I'll tell them about S1 and they don't know who he is. And I'd be just like shocked. Like, man, how do you not know?
See,
does stuff like that like kind of irk your nerves when you're like, man, we got all these talented people and people don't even know who to holler at really?
Not really, man, for the simple fact that it depends on the personnel. So you look at somebody like S1. S1's not somebody that's out there tooting his own horn every 5 minutes.
Right.
You look at somebody like Rob Victim, he ain't out there tooting his horn every 5 minutes. Look at Ja Bourne. You look at B Barber, who just got the Bun B placement. So it's like these are cats that are ill at what they do. Super ill.
But I mean, like super ill.
Yeah, like these are
almost like if niggas knew what they was capable of, they would be hollering at them.
Like these are master craftsmen. You know what I'm saying? Like these are master craftsmen. And I'll be modest a little bit, but then not really. I'll put myself in there too. Like
absolutely,
we are master craftsmen. Like we are dominant at what we do, but we're not the in front of and the outgoing, toot your own flute kind of dudes. Like we're the ones in the background. We do our work. We get off from the dirt. And that's it. Right. So that's why I'm not shocked. But I'm grateful to be able to tell somebody that I got to see this dude early on. I'm grateful to say that he knows who I am. I'm grateful to say that I know who he is. Right. Or whoever it might be. Not even just say S1, but any of the brothers I named or even the ones that I didn't name. So I'm not really shocked. Also, too, just the way that music is now, you don't get to see who the producer is. You know what I mean? A lot of times. So I think that also kind of plays into it a little bit too. But then you got situations and opportunities like this where you can come to real life and sit down on the couch and shoot your game and let people know who you are, what you do, what you got popping, and so on and so forth.
So let's take this minute to brag a little bit, man. Go ahead and tell them who you work with, man.
Man. I think I'll give you the most. Well, first and foremost, because I'd be remiss if I didn't do this. So every Saturday night. We talked about the radio station, so I got to give props to DJ EZD. Legend. Now, as you talk about legend. Like, yeah, in comparison, I pale in comparison. That is a legend. 30, this is year 32. This 2019 is 32 years that he been on the air playing hip-hop straight. Like hip-hop, 32 years straight. Now, Can O N, Knowledge Drop Listen Top Volume 2, every Saturday night between 8 to 10 o'clock Central Time. But yeah, peace to DJ EZD first and foremost. But I've been busy, dog. I've been quiet. I've been in the crib again, talking about not being out there really tooting your flute, but just being humble and staying diligent. But
we finna toot our flute right now.
We're about to get the flute out. We're about to get it out. Yeah. But man, like most prominently, record with the brother Gerard Jave, Magnum Opus, that's about to come out. Probably this month or next month. I ain't set the date. It's probably gonna be February, but that should be coming out in February. And dude, this record, we put out 2 singles so far. We'll put out another one before the record come out. But both singles are made at number 2 on college radio charts. Like so, Profit Bars and then Knowledge Born with me and Gerard. So I hit Gerard up a while ago, man. Just hit him with a proposition about 2 album titles just out of the blue, and he was like, "I like this." I'm like, "Well, let's do that. Let's work on that." It ended up not being an album title, but it sparked. It got the wheels rolling. So fast forward, man, we got it done. Probably one of the best records I've ever put together in my life. Like I crafted it from the jump. We did it together. But I mean, from the production to being a part of the recording sessions to, doing the first draft of the mix and the mastering, the whole 9. Like I had my hands on all of it. So I'm proud of it, man. I know he's proud of it too. So it's going to be live. But other than that, man, records with a record with Mocha Soulfly, Keisha Hunter, peace to her. We just finished.
That's Galaxy 9, right?
Yeah, Galaxy 9 Productions.
Shout out to her.
We just finished the last recording for her Thursday night. So that's about to get into the mixing and mastering phase. A record with the brother Legend. This production that me and him have done. He's gotten from me over the years. He compiling it into something special. I got a solo record I'm working on with a bunch of features. You'll be the first, because this is the home base. You'll be the first to hear some of them features. So it's like Guilty Simpson, Fashawn, who signed the Mass Appeal, Sky Zoo, Superstition out of Atlanta. He's from North Carolina, but he's been living out of Atlanta. Fat Ray out of Detroit, Mila Machinko with Pharoah Munch and War Media, Bodega Bros, which is Head Crack, Travi and Keynote. Who else is on there, man? Strife out of Detroit, Seneca the Misfit out of Baltimore, the homie Rocky Tirade out of Phoenix. Like it's a
hefty list, man.
It's heavy. Heavy.
One of the things I was gonna ask you about, man, in this new age of streaming, the one thing I do like, even with the oversaturation, is that any type of music that you want to listen to is out there right now. Like I just seen Dave East and Styles P put together a project.
Yeah.
And it was fire. And it's like you don't see people getting shelved anymore. It's like people are allowed to actually put out the music.
True.
So with that being said, with the underground hip hop community, I'm starting to find like dope underground hip hop artists on these Spotify's and on these SoundClouds, and they're able to kind of just make their music free now.
True.
So who are some of the people that you would say like that you're rocking with right now in your headphones, like that you're jamming?
Man, on some fusion, like just a fusion, and I was talking about hip hop and soul a little earlier. Like I'm really digging Anderson .Paak. Like talk about just on some fusion, like the lyricism is there, just from the rhyming standpoint. If you wanted to rhyme, but the melodic, touch to it,
right? And
then just the creativity that the brother got is phenomenal. But even I think, a lot of people talk about J. Cole. I think J. Cole is ill. I like Kendrick. Right. I like the whole TDE camp. They're pretty solid.
Yeah.
But like with doing the radio, like having a radio show, you kind of get a little bit jaded because you get to hear a lot of music that a lot of other people may not be getting. Right. Yeah. So, we get a lot of stuff. Even you talk about OGs like Master Ace and stuff like that. Like we get Master Ace's record is solid. Torre record was solid this year. It's been a few, man. It's been a few, but we get a lot of different like true underground cats,
right,
that you probably never heard of. That usually they end up being pretty nice. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Now I gotta ask you this question. We usually have a bunch of artists
right
to ask this question to. So this is good from a producer standpoint.
All right.
Let's say you sold a beat to somebody, right? And this is early on. You sold it to them for about $200.
Yeah.
It goes crazy like Panda, right? At that point, would you expect the artist to show you some love and chunk you some more bread?
Nope.
Or would you just say?
Nope. Because if you did it right, you put your paperwork together, so that way you should be getting paid residuals anyway.
Right, but you didn't, right? Because usually you don't. When you're young.
True. You early, you green. I mean, you take the L, dog. Everybody got to take their L's. That's just one of your L's. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big L, but that's one of those things, man. Everybody gotta go through, their little piece of the game, and that's just part of the game. I bet they won't do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you take it as a learning, they take it as a learning opportunity. You get got once, you not getting got again.
It's funny that you say that because a lot of the artists said they would show love to their producer and be like, man, shit, I need some more beats, bro. I gotta.
But you gotta think about it like this though. We look at the time you talking about. Yeah. Like you talking about now,
right?
Where artists understand, especially in Dallas. You talking to cats in Dallas, they understand. We talked about how many producers there are that are here,
right?
So they understand how powerful the producers are. Right. Not to say MCs are less powerful by any means, but they understand how powerful the producers are in the city. So you gotta say that. Right. That's the right answer.
Right. That's a good point.
Now let it happen though.
Yeah, it might be like
let it happen. Probably half of them will come through. The other half be like, yo, I'm just moving.
Now, the producers don't get a lot of credit, but who gets even less credit are the engineers.
True indeed.
What do you think about that? I don't know any. I guess Jay-Z shouts his engineer out. We know who Guru is. Meek Mill just said, turn me up, Cruz. So we know who Cruz is. But other than that, we don't really know who's out here putting in the work, man.
Nah, I think a lot of that still goes back to just the way the music is presented now. You know what I mean? You don't get to see those liner notes like that. You don't get to see those credits like that. You got to go on somebody's website and really dig to get that kind of information, like Discogs or something. But other than that, man, I really think all that has to do, the biggest part of not knowing engineers and maybe not even knowing producers is just the way music is presented. That's the main piece. I mean, Spotify has it now where they can have that information in it, but it don't stream across.
Very evident.
You got to go look for it.
Right.
You still got to click and go like a level deeper to get it.
Right.
So it's a start, but that's why, because it just ain't presented like that.
Now, Sony Digital, I think, and Metro Boomin was talking about like a producer union. Doing something like that. What are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think just hip hop in general, and you check out like Nori's Drink Champs, Nori and DJ EFN, right?
Yeah.
And he talks about from time to time he'll bring like a hip hop like union kind of deal, like a hip hop like a political affiliation or something like that. And I think that's valid. I think that's real for the simple fact that ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you talk about the Writers Guild, they got like their own little deal or whatever. Right. The actors got their own little deal. Like I don't know why artists or hip hop specifically, producers, MCs alike, engineers even don't have like a collective, you know what I mean?
Right.
But every city has its pockets, you know what I mean? Every city has its pack.
Right.
Or a couple packs for that matter, but that's just kind of what it is. But I think that would be valid. I think that would be something that would be worth looking into.
Now, we always do a top 5, dead or alive. But I want to switch it up, man. Since you're a producer, man, who's on the Mount Rushmore of producers?
Man, listen. I gotta ask these kind of questions, dog.
Because I mean, it's because I'm gonna tell you why. The King of R&B thing really threw me for a loop. Because I said, damn, we really don't know who the king.
Dude,
there's no top 5 R&B list.
No, let's jump on that first for a minute before I get to the producer top 5. Let's jump on, that's hot. That's a hot topic right now. And all of this conversation, right? Like they talking about what's the homie name? Jacquees, whatever.
Yeah.
Jacquees.
King of R&B.
Yup. All right. And then you got him. You got him. Say, him taking his claim. I saw the little blip with him being somewhere Keith Sweat was performing.
Yeah.
And he was like, disrespecting Keith Sweat. You know what I'm saying? So Keith was in the spot. He got disrespected. I ain't heard nobody say Luther Vandross's name. I ain't heard nobody say
Boyz II Men. I mean, it's
funny
because like the best R&B singer to me is in Boyz II Men.
Think so?
Bro.
Think so?
Say them what? The dude for Boyz II Men?
Wanye, probably Wanye. But man, I think probably
gotta be Kelly, right?
Kel's got it. I mean, straight up and down, Kel's got it.
Nasty man.
Yeah, you got it. You can't. But this
take away from him.
This is the thing though. This is the thing I like to point. This is the thing I've been pointing out to people when they get on this whole R. Kelly bandwagon. This is the whole conversation. People want to get out uppity and get some kind of feelings about it. It's like that's cool. You can not like the man as a person. Right. He made the music he made. We was all jamming it until we found out about this stuff. Now, let me ask this question. You go buy something to eat from Burger King or McDonald's, right? Yeah. You ain't never seen the CEO. Yeah. How you know what he do behind or she do behind closed doors? But you still buy their food? But
that's different because we need food to live.
All right, so you buy clothes. You buy a certain amount. You buy a certain article of clothing. You don't know what that CEO do behind closed doors. So until you find out, it's all peaches and cream, right? Now we found out about Kells. He just gonna have to. He just out of there from that fruit. He out of there. Talk about that. That's an L for him. So he probably can't never tour ever again after this. But he can still release music, and I guarantee you somebody gonna buy it.
Because he jamming. Period.
Because he jams.
He's jamming. Period.
Somebody will always make the argument that his music done got nothing to do with his personal life. Right. But then he put his personal life in the music, so then you got to question that. But art imitates life, so
it's weird timing too. Like Jacquees did the King of R&B. Everybody unanimously picked R. Kelly. Then they put out the series.
You talking about the timing, dog? He was like, yes, Survivor R. Kelly.
Recognized again. Oh,
dog! Like just when you thought it was getting sweet,
bro. You know it's bad with both your brothers on it. Both of them, huh? Oh, he gonna sell shows,
no,
bro.
He
women are defending him more than men.
True indeed. But I don't know. Like after this, I haven't seen it yet.
It's bad.
I haven't seen it yet. But from what I've been hearing, I'd imagine it's gonna cut into his show money quite a bit.
But they ain't saying nothing we ain't already know. So, I ain't seen part 2 though. But back to the Mount Rushmore of producers though. Go on, give it to me, man. Top 5.
Top 5. I'm gonna try to rattle them off quick. And this ain't even really in no certain order, and it ain't really just. It's kind of like how I feel, and depending on what you've been listening to, because that stuff could vary. I hate to say that, but it's true. But Dilla is always there. Jay Dilla first and foremost. Pete Rock is in there.
Pete. Why did you forget about Pete?
Man, Easy Mo B is in there for me.
You a real music head, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Like Large Professor's in there, so that's 4. Let me see who else got crazy flavors I can put in there.
Alchemist or something.
Nah. Alchemist ill, but nah. He don't get that kind of love. Not on no top 5. Probably
Preem.
Somebody like RZA.
RZA.
Just for the difference in style. You know what I mean? So you're like Dilla, Pete Rock, RZA, Large Pro, Easy Mo B.
That's an excellent list.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of cats that's been doing it, but you talk about innovators and game changers. Like, think about it from.
We not throw Dre in there? I mean, wouldn't Dre?
Dre is ill. Dre is ill, but he don't make top 5. He might be 6 or 7. Yeah, he top 10 easy, but not top 5. So you think about people who changed the game. Dre changed it, but there's a lot of conversation about how Dre changed it. We'll say that. But we look at Dilla. He brought in a whole difference with syncopation and quantizing that nobody was doing. Pete Rock brought in like this he brought in the soul in hip hop, like literally. So there's that. Large Pro is like the grandfather of all of that, and everybody kind of just came through him. You look at Easy Mo B, he pretty much shaped what East Coast hip hop was in the beginning with Big, and even he was doing stuff with Busta Rhymes and stuff like that. So, and who else did I say? I said Easy Mo B, Pete Rock. I said Large Pro. I touched on Large Pro. Dilla, Pete Rock, Large Pro, RZA. So RZA just was like one of the gulliest producers ever. Like he took some of the illest loops and made the grimiest beats ever. And it's a whole, like he was kind of, I'll split it with him and the Beat Miners, because the Beat Miners brought in like that lo-fi feel, but RZA was right there with him, just on the grimier side of things. So that's why, like, those are game changers. Those are people that shaped the course. You can trace back any producer that's out right now and trace them back to one of them people I named.
You being a producer, what advice would you give to an up-and-coming producer who's trying to stand out?
There's no box. There's no spoon, as they said on The Matrix. There is no spoon. I think that's one of the biggest things. I was talking to one of my brothers the other day. His son kind of getting in production, and I don't want to say his name. I don't want to throw him out there just yet. But he's getting into production, and he a young kid, high schooler. So he's making beats for the people that's in his peer group. You know what I mean? But his father has a firm hold on music. He understands music well. So he has a greater knowledge than, say, just the average kid that's not coming from a musical family or a musical strong family.
Right.
And he likes to make different kind of music, but he's afraid to put it out because his peers don't really rock like that. So,
which is funny because he might not realize they probably will.
They probably will. Exactly. So it's like there's no box, man. There's no spoon. Like, make what you want to make. And the way it is now, Madlib did this, and I ain't even put Madlib in my top 5, but Madlib had multiple personalities and he was going under different monikers, you know what I'm saying? So you could put something out as one person and then put something completely different out as another if you really, really had to get it out like that. Or you could just be true to it and just put it out as is, but there's no box. Like, there's room for all your music. There's room for every kind of music. You know what I mean? If you consider it to be some bullshit, that's cool. But for every beat that's considered to be bullshit by one person, there's another beat that's considered to be gold by another. And that's just what it is. There's room for all of that.
Message.
Yeah, it's room for all of that, man. It's balanced. You got to keep balance. I talk about that about the radio all the time. We talk about like syndicated terrestrial radio that play a certain kind of format, top 40 music. You know what I mean? They don't never play nothing else. It's like, cool, you're going to give me 4 hours of bullshit, give me 4 hours of balance on the other side. Right. That's just what it is. There's room for it to coexist. Right. That's why people talk about the 90s so much. Because you had NWA, like big, large scale. You had NWA, then you had like Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
Totally different. Yeah. Then you bring in Outkast and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
You speak of the 90s. Do you think the 90s era will ever come back?
I don't think anything ever could. Well, I take that back. Time moves circular. I believe that like thoroughly. So parts of the 90s are still here now. You know what I'm saying? You look at how the lo-fi movement is. That's straight 90s filtering. Like I talked about the Beat Miners and RZA and stuff like that. Even Large Pro to a sense, and Pete Rock even, and everybody else I named. But I mean, it's still parts of it. It never really goes away. So I think that will the 90s ever come back? No. Will the 90s be reinvented? Sure.
Do you think? Let me ask you this: why do you think the 90s was so golden?
Because of the variety. Because of the variety, the options that you had, that wide array I just mentioned, like going from NWA to Tribe Called Quest to Outkast to like Detroit stuff, all that stuff.
Can't you say the same thing now though? Because now you've got Kendrick, you got Lil Pump, you got J. Cole, you got you know what I'm saying?
True.
It's like,
but the key on that, and it's waves and stuff, but the key on that is listen to the production for all of those. They all sound similar. Not to say they're the same,
except for the West Coast stuff, like the Nipsey Hussles and the T Grizzlies. Like,
kinda, but there's still a common denominator in there that kind of sounds similar. When the cats I was talking about, none of that production sound the same.
Right.
It was completely different styles. And truthfully, man, like a lot of the cats, because trap gets a bad rap in some of the circles I run in, right? But the thing that I had to come to understand is really the presentation and the palette. So however it comes out, the beat really, production is really what dictates if it's going to be accepted or not in certain places. That's just what it is. You look at Kendrick, and say he does 50 songs on a trap beat, right? He does 2 albums just straight full of trap joints. People who listen to Kendrick gonna like it because it's Kendrick. People who don't listen to Kendrick won't give it a shot because they don't like trap beats. Right. Now put him over a prime example when he did High Power with J. Cole back in however long that was. A lot of cats accepted that wouldn't have never listened to Kendrick before because of the way it was presented. The production is what really dictates how and where it gets accepted. You can be one of the illest lyricists, one of the illest songwriters ever, but if the beat don't catch whoever you trying to catch, they ain't touching it. Man. Period. They're not touching it. Man. The production is really what dictates where it's accepted.
Production is the key, man. Production is the key.
Yeah.
Man, my boy Slago, man, we been in here, man. Give them your information, bro. Give them your information. Can they get a beat from you? Is that something that can happen?
Of course. That's always an option. Of course, it's always an option.
And for those who don't know the radio station that you're a part of, man.
I mentioned it earlier. I'll mention it again because it deserves it. KNON is the radio station. The show is Knowledge Drop Lessons Talk Volume 2 with the legendary DJ Easy Eddie D every Saturday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. 89.3 FM, www.knon.org if you're listening online.
If they got some hot hip hop, man, can they submit?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
We got an email address that we use. If you local, come by the station. I stress that. Come by, feel the vibe, bring your music in person. Ain't nothing like it. But if you can't really just get here like that, KDLTV2, which of course stands for Knowledge Drop Lessons Talk Volume 2 at Gmail. KDLTV2 at Gmail, and we'll get it. What's
up, man? Hey, again, plug them with the projects that you got coming out, man.
First and foremost, you keep up with all that stuff. www.mslago.com. You can find all the social media links and all of that stuff there. I'll save you, giving you every last one of them. But yeah, Magnum Opus with Gerard Jarvey coming out first and foremost. Mocha Soulfly. It's all right, cool. Yeah, I said stop.
That mug made it pretty long.
Like I said, it been through what, 3?
Yeah, it been through 3 interviews, bro. No,
4. Shit, I know I came in on 3, and that first one was already rolling.
30-minute interview.
Like that ain't what I was doing.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. No. Yeah, plug your project again.
Yeah, so Gerard Jarvey, M Slago, Magnum Opus, first and foremost. And after that, it'll be the record with the Gerard Jarvey joints totally produced by me, totally structured by me. Mocha Soulfly's record. We went with a Swahili title, so I gotta make sure I say it right. It is Moja Namaji, the one with water. So we both are Aquarius, so we want the water bearer deal. But that'll be up next. Mocha Soulfly, M Slago, totally produced by me. All the sessions, we did it again. We built it from scratch. Legend got a record coming out, Ears and Eyes. That'll be out sometime this year. I totally produced that. He did all the executive production on that one, but I totally produced all the joints. And then at some point, after all that's said and done, I'm gonna put out the Spaz, which is my record, just mine with all the features that I mentioned a little earlier. So it's gonna be a live 2019, man. Might put out a B tape in there somewhere, maybe 2. But I've been quiet, been building, been crafting, so now it's time to manifest all that work.
Man, and there's some producers that still take their craft very serious. And this is one of them.
Yeah, no doubt.
So y'all in the city, man, y'all make sure y'all link with my guy, man. Hey, it's quality production. You hear me? M Slago, man,
Yeah,
you my boy,
brother.
man. You a real life street star, man.
I appreciate that, G.
Hey.
Much love, brother. Much love.
All day.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.